All right, what is up, Beast Limitless fam? How we all doing today? I hope y'all are making money. All right, so the market is a bit difficult to read. Let's jump right into this here. So in the shorter term, Bitcoin did break the 5-minute. So let's see here, shorter term. Bitcoin did break the uptrend, right? So technically, if you look at this right here, Bitcoin absolutely did break the uptrend. Now the question is, are we going to backtest that break right here? We're going to take our trend to trend here, line it up, and we could absolutely see that Bitcoin broke the uptrend. So we could see Bitcoin potentially retracing 92.4 area, and that should be the rejection point, being that we actually broke the uptrend. However, we are moving up. We had a really nice rounded bottom. We had some manipulation into New York. But essentially what you guys could see now is this range that Bitcoin is in. So Bitcoin is in a range. Ideally, we wanted Bitcoin to push up to our liquidity gap area, which is around 94.4, 94.2. If you run up a channel here on Bitcoin on the 1 hour, and ultimately the 5-minute here too, we can see we got some resistance right here around 92.6 to 92.7. But keep in mind, Bitcoin did break the uptrend. So hypothetically, this area around 92.5, 92.7, whatever that wick goes up to, should be the top on Bitcoin, because now you're seeing Bitcoin is in a bit of a downtrend, guys. All right. But I'm not convinced on shorting Bitcoin right now because it's in this massive uptrend, well, sideways channel. And I don't know. Bitcoin just doesn't look appealing for me to short right now. It is all over the map. Although I am in a short, I don't necessarily recommend shorting Bitcoin until you hit the top of the 15. So once we hit the top of the 15, we should get that downtrend momentum. We can see that the 15 broke here and ultimately the 5. If you do look at the trend here, it did break. But there's a lot of money flowing into Bitcoin and a lot of money flowing out of Bitcoin. There really is no right answer to Bitcoin right now, even though we did break the trend, right? So there's a possibility that Bitcoin just ranges in this area right here. Shout out to everybody on the live, guys. Welcome. This is our live. We go live around 8 p.m. or 8:30 a.m., 8:30 p.m. in that window. Okay, so there's Bitcoin, guys. Again, we do have the Bollinger Bands here. So we've got this sideways momentum on the Bollinger Bands, and the Bollinger Bands are tightening over the next 5 to 10 days. So here you can see the Bollinger Bands tighten. As the Bollinger Bands tightening, you're going to see daily spring wicks. And what a daily spring wick is, it is essentially a wick that they try to push up and they can't break. another wick that they try to push up and they can't break. And usually what this means is the top or the bottom of the market. We played out AMD perfect last night. We had Tokyo dumping, distribution. Then we had London accumulating. Then New York was manipulating. We know New York was manipulation in our AMD trading pattern. Okay. I don't see Bitcoin pushing much higher. Kind of ranging sideways in this region like this, like this, like this, like this is what I see Bitcoin doing, okay? Shout out if you made money on Aave last night. I'm really hoping you took profit on that trade. Nobody became broke taking profit. Non-financial advice, guys. Make sure you wrap up your own setups, do your own setups, and backtest them with mine. But yeah, this is the top of the market, guys. Like, this is really the top of the market. But you're going to range a bit more. You're going to range a bit more. Keep in mind, you are completely overbought on the daily. You're completely topped out on the 18-hour. Now, let's go look at our downtrend channel. Here is our downtrend channel. Now, remember, guys, I said that it does look like this could be the channel. I am not sure, because if we break out of this area right here, then this is actually the channel. But it does look like that is starting to be the side of the channel. If it breaks out to here and goes sideways some more to about 94, we know that that is the top of the channel. You guys forgot to tell me to take off the live stream there. Hope everyone is having a wonderful night, guys. What trades are you in? What did you take profit on? What did you make money on today? So what I'm going to do now that I know that that is pretty much the macro channel here, I'm going to look at my uptrend bearish flag, because the reality is this is a bearish flag. And I'm going to see we are actually rejecting kind of the conversion line right here. So this trend break from right here to right here was really the conversion line. Conversion line in the market right there. And you can kind of see we're ranging. It looks like we're gliding to the upside here until we test the top of that or the side of that channel, because we never did here, we never did here. You're probably looking around 92.5 to 92.7 in this area. If we go look at our liquidity gap, you're looking at 92.5 to 92.7. And then I would say that could be potentially the top. But anywhere short is okay here on Bitcoin. Non-financial advice. Do your own research on your own crypto trend, because we did, in fact, break the trend. Okay? So we broke the trend. Yes, it can hit 92.5. And that's what happened, right? Yeah, sometimes you got to be patient, Sinster, right? Sometimes I hold a trade for 24 hours and I end up making profit. Then sometimes I make nothing. It depends what type of trader you guys are. We banked about three grand on Aave last night. So again, this is just going to range in this area right here, guys, until this 5-minute, the 15-minute catches up with the 5-minute. I do have another trade I'm in. It is a turtle, right? We like turtles on the live. We got to start donating to the turtles or something once we get super chats rolling. Tron, okay? I posted a setup in Tron in our trading group today. Molasses in January, slower than molasses in January. But what you can do is you could put big money in her. You could absolutely fill her up with big money, okay? Big money, big money. Big money can go into Tron when shorting or longing. Reason being is because it barely moves. It is like a stable coin, okay? But this is going to be very, very a profitable trade. Because if you look at Tron right here, a lot of people are not going to want to trade Tron because it is too slow. I am that person as well. But then I looked at this little uptrend that it broke and it was backtesting. And then I seen a massive 18-hour death cross just looming on Tron, okay? So then I took the 1 hour uptrend. And I can see we're very, very close to dropping, like very close. And as Tron goes sideways off of this trend break, we're looking at a really nice drop. So I'm talking 5K, I'm talking 20K, 30K, 50K, 60K, whatever it is. Probably keep it under 100K. But this would be a very, very good trade setup. As it broke the rising pattern here, you're kind of going sideways, and now you're going to essentially roll over in Tron. Now, Tron is slower, but I'm in the trade. I took the trade. It broke the trend. I didn't really like anything all day today, so I'm like, sure, why not put my money in Tron, right? It makes sense. We got a little 5-minute head and shoulder or 1 minute head and shoulder here. And we can see that Tron is now breaking, faking out of this cup and handle and dumping. Okay, so if you guys want something to trade, especially with the bigger money traders, Tron is definitely the play. And then I've got my stop loss at 28.4. 0.284, and that is kosher from there. We can also see Tron is very, very overbought on our 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is very, very overbought in Tron. There you go. There is the break, guys. So if you're patient, you make money in crypto. If not, you're too restless. Sometimes you chase trades or you don't make money in crypto. This is going to be a turtle, but the turtle's going to explode with some money, okay? For now, it is going to range. It still hasn't hit the top, so I can see it ranging to this area and then dropping, or it might just drop off of the Bitcoin, okay? Off of Bitcoin's pump or dump. Make sure you guys smash up that like button, guys. Welcome to the live. I appreciate all of you guys. If you guys could help me out and open up another live on Twitch and mute it, right? It does help out the channel, guys, and it helps us trend. And we do have a community on Twitch. So make sure you guys are opening up Twitch on another window, muting it. And it does help the algorithm there. $50, $100, 50x leverage trades. Not too bad. Grabbed 1K worth of WLFI to hold. So WLFI is in a massive uptrend. I've talked about WLFI a few times. Was in an uptrend. Hold on. Now I got to. Okay. So WLFI is in an uptrend here in the longer term. But in the shorter term, WLFI is in a downtrend. Now, this could break the uptrend depending on how bearish it is. But I definitely would keep an eye on WLFI, guys, because this could potentially break out and pump all the way to 20 cents. If not, we're going to roll over and then break the channel and then dump. But as of right now, WLFI is in an uptrend in the macro, a downtrend in the shorter term. Okay, so Asia is really just Tokyo. Is gliding this uptrend to, well, it did break. We might have to redraw our trend, but it did break the uptrend. We'll have to see what the 5-minute does there. It might even double top. But essentially, it is riding it until you hit that. And then I would expect a continuation down, which again is that 92.5, that 92.7 target. Make sure you guys smash up that like button, guys. Let's run up the live. But essentially, we're in limbo right now with Tokyo, okay? So we are absolutely in the limbo with Tokyo. We're just hanging out, kind of accumulating, ranging, if you will. Daily is not really dropping. 18 hours or daily is overbought, but 18 hours essentially ranging here, okay? Gizmo, how you doing? Check ICP. That is your favorite coin. Okay, I know you've been watching ICP. Ethereum Classic does have an easy ride to 14. Tips and bad a game, buddy. $14 Ethereum Classic. I remember when I was trading Ethereum Classic and we were at 45 bucks. And it was pumping. I like the idea on ICP. It looks good in the shorter term, especially with the triple bottom. But based on what I'm seeing, ICP is probably going to continue down to the bottom some more. You may fake out on ICP in this region. And again, I wouldn't try to short this. I could see ICP ranging right here, ranging from 379 to 331. And then we'll have to see what it does from that area. But really, I can't see much happening on internet computer until we hit that macro support, right? What is the 4-hour candle? We've got 1 hour and 27 minutes here. Fit Rian, how you doing? Solana? Sure, no problem. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, guys. I appreciate you. Shout out to the people coming on live in the morning time to watch my tired self do some TA. I appreciate you guys. It means a lot. So again, guys, the only active trade I'm currently in is really Tron at the moment. That is my play. So if I'm looking at Solana, GP, how you doing, brother? Did I see the post about 12 months BTC candles? No, I did not. Where do I find this post? I'd love to check it out. Could we see a dump to 91K for Bitcoin? Yes, because Bitcoin actually broke the trend. Bitcoin is in accumulation mode in Tokyo. But here's Solana Fitran. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. So we're in a downtrend on Sol. If I was looking at Sol, I would be shorting it in this region right here. Being that we are completely overbought on Solana here, I wouldn't be shorting it probably to about 138. Now the 4-hour is absolutely coming up, but it is on a downtrend and it is completely overbought. So it looks to me that Solana is going to range in this area. Range in this area, range in this area. I don't really see anything happening on Sol at the moment. And you're going to reject this area too, because you are in a kind of in a sideways downtrend. The whole market is very, very oversold, but very overbought at the same time. Smash that like button, guys. I'm just going to get a glass of water here, and then we'll get back to the live. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin DOM. DOM absolutely pumped, skyrocketed. Altcoins didn't really do anything. Crazy thing yesterday in that big pump with the FOMC, DOM never moved, and Bitcoin was skyrocketing. Bitcoin dominance never moved, and Bitcoin was absolutely popping off. And we can see Bitcoin overbought on the 4-hour here. If we have, Bitcoin DOM is even in a bearish pennant. We're overbought in the daily, kind of almost overbought in the 18-hour. 3 days been bearish on Bitcoin DOM. So Bitcoin DOM could break to 56%. That would be very, very good for altcoins. Absolutely would be amazing. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on the live, taking time out of your day with you and your families. My dog is about to break my door down, literally. All right, let's see what Bitcoin is doing here. We know the whole market is really going sideways, but yeah, Tokyo's in sideways accumulation. This is just massive accumulation for Tokyo. Like I said, I can still see 92.5 to 92.7 hit. Let's take a look at XRP, guys, see what XRP is doing. It is essentially the same song and dance with the market. Welcome to December. Now, there is the 12/12 activation tomorrow, whether you believe it or not. XRP is in a head and shoulder on the lower time frame. We could see XRP broke the trend already on the 5. This area right here, if XRP breaks right here, you're going to come down. There is really no anything on XRP. We're actually just hanging out. So if we go to our liquidity blocks right here, I keep on saying liquidity blocks, guys, but essentially like Bookmap, all right? It just doesn't take a lot of power on my PC. So if we're looking at XRP, yeah, we're hanging out in this region. We could probably still pump to 207 as we never revisited that major equilibrium sweep into support. I mean resistance, but XRP is not really doing anything, and I wouldn't even be looking at it. You've got a wick right here and a wick right here, which essentially should be the turn of events. So I'm going to go look at my Tron trade because I should be looking at my trades from the last time we looked at it. Yep, Tron has broken the trend, but it is literally slower than any other trade I've seen. But this 4-hour is going to definitely be a very nice drop on Tron when it happens. Let's take a look at ZEC, guys, Zcash. Wow, Zcash is crazy. So it did break trend. Let's go the 5-minute or the smaller time frame here. It did technically break trend. That would technically be a short, but it is essentially doing what Bitcoin is doing. Ranging on a little bit of a rounded top here, and then a rollover. So yeah, Zcash is done in the shorter term, but we're waiting for so the 15 is already overbought. Wait for the 5-minute. I could see Zcash going sideways for a bit, because if you look at Zcash on the 4-hour time frame, we broke out of the daily essentially. And we pretty much broke right here. So this should be the top on ZEC. Unless it breaks, I don't see it breaking because we already did break the uptrend on Zcash. Like, it is a very weak break, but the fact is it is absolutely a break. And more than anything, Tokyo is accumulating. So if Tokyo is accumulating, we either got New York dumping or pumping, and London or New York, London manipulation or dumping or pumping. But yeah, I'd definitely be taking a Zcash short here, non-financial advice. You know, manage your leverage. It could come up to here, but I would say we're going to roll over and dump. Not dump, but definitely drop. We already broke that trend that it has been following the whole day. So even from here to here on a short, you know, tight stop, kind of. Yeah, I could see this going down to about 432. But it all depends on what Bitcoin is going to do. And I still haven't seen Bitcoin touch the top yet. It is literally ranging until it hits the top of the trend line. Did XRP start yet? XRP is doing absolutely nothing. XRP is ranging. I'll be real. XRP is absolutely ranging here. Oh, yeah. Tron is dumping. If you guys got into the Tron trade at the beginning of the live, you're in profit. And if you guys are not part of my app, beastlimitless.com, it is completely free. Go sign up, go join, completely free. I don't want money from you. This is free. You will see my setups on Tron. Couple setups here. 10 hours ago. Wow. 10 hours ago, 8 hours ago, right? So make sure you guys are catching these setups. They're completely free. A lot of other people are going to sell you a trading group. That's awesome. I am doing these for free, at least for now. Bitcoin should be rolling over here soon. I did enter a short. Had to do it. Because that 5 minute is almost, or that 15 minute is caught up. That 5 minute is very, very overbought. And that 1 hour is dropping on Bitcoin, guys. Plume on the 1 hour looks like it is ready for another roundup. So it looks like Zcash is going to dump pretty hard. I do want to get into a trade on it, but because of me being on the live, and I know it is a volatile coin, I'm not going to. Yeah, Plume is looking very good. Here's the back test right here. Got a very nice rounded bottom on Plume, so I could see a pump to 2.2 roughly in the shorter term. Let's see what Bitcoin's going to do. We need to hit the top of that trend line. We haven't hit the top of that trend line yet. This is literally accumulating, going sideways. So at this point, you're looking at about 92.7, 92.8 for this trend break, uptrend, little rising pattern here. See what happens. Tron's still dumping. It didn't reclaim the trend, which is really good. All right, let's see. Let's see. What is everybody's spot portfolio looking at? I'm always looking at leverage trades for us guys, but what is your spot portfolio looking like? There goes ZEC in that rounded top. I want to short it so bad, man. I want to short it so bad, but I can't because my short would, if I was taking that trade on the live, this is a missed opportunity if I don't short this. I'm not going to though. I can't watch it on live. End of 5 minutes oversold. My spot portfolio looks poor. Smash a like for good TA. I appreciate you, CJDV. Again, guys, nothing is really happening, but we can make something happen. I also got a trade set up on Ethereum coming up. Ethereum USDT, where are you at? All right, so let's see. Okay, so first of all, we're going to draw the trend on Ethereum here. So Ethereum faked out. So now that is our new channel on ETH. You are overbought in the bear pennant, but I wouldn't trust it until it actually breaks the support of the pennant. And you can see here, where's that next level on Ethereum? I wouldn't short that. I would not short that pennant. Even though it looks like a juicy pennant, I wouldn't short it. I want to look for my next key level here. So you got support at roughly 3,300 and ultimately a sweep at the previous high, the previous weekly high, which is roughly 3,044. But if I'm looking at my downtrend on the daily, That is the daily downtrend on Ethereum. So Ethereum already hit the top of the daily, guys, and is rejecting, which ultimately means that it should roll over here, but it is not rolling over. All right, let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is literally riding a little uptrend here off the break of trend. Absolutely ludicrous. Let's see if we could get we haven't touched the top of that channel yet. We're close. So it looks like that top of the channel is going to be that 92.7 to 92.8 marker. Check the Ethereum inflows. That could be why. Yeah, Ethereum and the ETFs. The ETFs have been really, really bullish on Ethereum lately. And there is also ETHU, which is one of the Ethereum ETFs, which someone showed us, which looks very, and I mean very, very bullish. Well, looked bullish. I don't know how it's looking right now. Yeah, so we're continuing the downtrend on ETHU, but if it ends up breaking this in the future, this thing is going to pop. Bitcoin's going up, so man, this dog hair is killing me. Tron is not, which is really good. Bitcoin literally broke the channel, guys, and is going on a little bit of an uptrend here in that channel, which I find literally pretty crazy. Because normally when you break the channel, you drop and buyers are going to continue to drop. But in this case, you dropped and then you're going sideways on an uptrend here, which should come down in the shorter term. But it is Alan, you're thinking of shorting ZEC at 478. I don't even know if ZEC will come back to 478. There's a possibility. Again, a lot of these coins are breaking their trend and they're kind of hanging out because Bitcoin is not dropping yet. So you can see right here that ZEC broke the trend and is literally going sideways. So I would wait for that 5 minute to be overbought. But yeah, ZEC is going sideways. Bitcoin is going sideways. Wait on this 4-hour candle here. Got about 1 hour left in this 4-hour candle. We're in a rising wedge. So Bitcoin should be tapping out here shortly, unless it is going to essentially pump to the top like that, which could be 93. Otherwise, you're in this little uptrend from the trend break. Once you break that, you're expecting a big drop on BTC. All right, guys, let's see what CoinGecko is doing today. See what else is trending here. Canton. So Canton is also trending here. CC. Shout out to all the new people, guys. Welcome to the live. We do live at 8 to 8:30, roughly in between time, Monday to Friday and Sunday. And then 8 to 8:30 a.m. Make sure you guys subscribe so you're on top of everything. Man, Canton has been ranging here for a bit. Canton has been ranging in this little downtrend for a minute. See, everything is literally on the verge, guys, of a breakout or a breakdown. Like I keep saying we're oversold, but it is true. We are very, 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 and I mean very oversold. But we're at the same time very, very, very overbought. Canton's looking pretty promising for the most part here. You've got an inverse head and shoulder. But you didn't break that downtrend right here. So if Canton could get above here, guys, then Canton will explode it and pump to that previous high right there. There are a lot of whales from China longing ETH. Apparently one is over 100 million on long. I don't know, man. I feel like those longs are going to get wrecked. But we'll see. It doesn't matter what I think. Also, I'm following the trend too. What's kind of crazy is that we broke the trend and Bitcoin is going on a sideways uptrend here. Like you don't normally see that in the market. Normally you hit the top of the channel or the trend and you continue back down. So you could really see that the market is an accumulation. Look at the 1 month book map. Heat map says going up. So here's the thing with the monthly going up. I like that idea, but I'm telling you guys right now, you do not wrestle with the monthly. It's a very, very dangerous game. The stochastic RSI on the 1 month is going down. The MACD on the 1 month is going down. Okay. And if you're looking at Bitcoin right now on the channel, or not on the channel, on the daily, which yes, that would be the channel, you are still in a downtrend. And it looks like this could be the channel that we're looking at. We're getting close, guys. We're getting very, very close to the sun. Look at this. Look at this, fam. Bitcoin has not pumped a bit since the drop. Let me tell you and show you why. Yeah, okay, Bitcoin pumped from 81K, but if you actually line it up, all this is a macro range. That is it. There is no pumping. Even though we pumped from 80K to whatever, we actually never pumped if you look at it. We have just been ranging this whole time. If you look over here, this was a pump. Okay. We haven't had a pump in a while. This was a pump right here. Okay. Back in April 2025, that was a clear uptrend and a clear pump. We have not had a pump on Bitcoin because the market is in a downtrend. So what do you think is going to happen? The daily is overbought. The 18 hours is overbought. We're below the 50. And our Bollinger Bands are tightening. The only thing I can see is Bitcoin going sideways to the side of the channel for another how many days until it does that, right? It could do this, it could do this, it could do this, and then we hit the top. That is when you're going to see the 70K drop, in my personal opinion. So mark this channel on your chart, guys. Draw the same channel, because if you have 50 grand, non-financial advice, I'm giving an example, and you leverage Bitcoin at 50,000 at 5x or 7x with a stop loss, you are making over 20 to 30 grand on that drop, even 40, 50 grand on that drop, just by catching the top. We know the market is going to drop. What is it waiting for? It is waiting for this sideways momentum, and then you're going to drop all the way down to 72. And trust me, guys, I am lining it up. Absolutely lining it up. But in the shorter term, Bitcoin is going to do some funny business, all of that jazz, right? And again, you can see that this is just rising in an uptrend here, not really doing anything, accumulating. I wouldn't even call this pumping. I would just call this accumulation. Have a peek at the 12-month when you're looking at month ones. Okay, let's look at the 12-month here. The 12-month is very... If we go to Bitstamp, you are bouncing off the fair value gap, which is essentially this support here from the last pump, which would be about January 2021. So I can see that's some major support that you're bouncing off of here at about 80K. But if you break that, you're going to be breaking support from 2021. But in the shorter term, Bitcoin is definitely going to go up, right? Same thing, double top, guys, right here. Let's see when this rising wedge breaks. I'm already in a Bitcoin short. I'm in a Tron short. Tron and Bitcoin are my two plays as of right now. And then I do want to look at Aave, because I know Aave exploded today. Drop, pump, drop, pump. Aave went to 206. Triple topped. Look at that. Look at that money. Guys, that is absolutely money. So it looks like Aave is going to push up to about 207. 1 hour's overbought, 4 hours almost overbought, 15 minutes almost overbought. Now remember, guys, we shorted Aave all the way down to here. Made really, really good profit. I would definitely be looking for a short on Aave in this area here around 207, 206. If we broke out, then you're looking for the continuation. But basing on this triple top here, it looks like Aave is getting ready for a major drop. Now, keep in mind, guys, Aave already did break the trend. So you got a trend break right here. You got resistance right here. Massive short opportunity for Aave. Massive, absolutely massive. Okay, so we want Bitcoin to break this rising wedge, and then it will come back down. But you can see this rising wedge is a bearish rising wedge. All that Tokyo is in accumulation. That is it. Not manipulation, not distribution. Tokyo is chilling. London is probably going to do something, manipulate or distribute. All right, guys, smash that like button. If you're new to the live, let me know who you are. If you're OG here, let me know who you are, where you're from. Are you trading? Are you sitting on your hands? Is the market in your favor? Are you winning? What can you work better at? What could you do better in trading in crypto? So essentially what you're seeing, guys, is you're seeing Bitcoin breaking that trend and running up, and slowly running out of oxygen. Not all the way, but slowly. DD Josie, what is up? Learning. Oh, we lost sound. I want to go to New York. I've been seeing New York everywhere. I feel like it is a sign. MSTA Jude, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you. Thank you for being on. Learning what I can before making any trades. I enjoy watching your lives. Appreciate you. Tron is the play, guys. Tron is the play if you can be patient. Man, this thing is like slower than a turtle, but it will absolutely print. The more this goes sideways for Tron, the more profit it will print. Because essentially I'm looking for it to do this. Roll over and then drop. Look at that 4 hour on Tron, guys. If you are just tuning into the live, look at the 4 hour on Tron. This is a money trade. Just like yesterday was an Aave trade, Tron is it. If it breaks out, then it is an invalid setup and it would be a small loss. But at the moment, it is looking very, very good. Broke out the rising wedge, just waiting for Bitcoin to make a decision. Mickey, what is up, fam? What is up? Let's go. Bitcoin should be making a decision soon. Okay, now we broke out of the rising wedge. There we go. So now you guys are going to notice that fake momentum. Let me check something. Maybe Tokyo manipulated. Hold on. Yeah, Tokyo. It looks to me that Tokyo is manipulating for sure. Because we closed down here, we came up. Our 15 minutes is finally catching up here in about the next 30 minutes. You should notice some more downtrend momentum kicking in. And you're getting a bit of a tweezer reversal here on the 15-minute candle. I would just like Tron to absolutely dump, and I will be a happy camper. Let's take a jab at X or ZEC again. I want to see if it's starting to drop here. Oh, I'm missing my short. ZEC is about to come down, down, down. As I mentioned earlier, guys, rounded tops, they absolutely pay the bills. Same with rounded bottoms. They pay the bills. Break of trend, break of structure. When you buying TRX, I'm already in TRX. I've been TRX the whole day, but anywhere in this area is fine. I would say ZEC is a better short right now. I really want to be shorting ZEC, like very much so, but there's no but. I'm on the live. I'm in too many trades. I'm in Bitcoin. I'm in Tron. Tron's not really doing anything. It is what it is. Yeah, you are going to see ZEC absolutely roll over here. Non-financial advice, guys, but ZEC is absolutely a short. Lower leverage, though, right? 4x. We should start to notice Bitcoin dumping in the next 15 minutes. Right on cue. Right on cue. Boom, there we go. And we're losing the RSI. We're losing the RSI right here. Boom, there's your rising wedge breaking down. There's some manipulation into Tokyo session. Steve, how you doing, man? Appreciate you sharing what you learned. No problem, brother. No problem, no problem. One up, how you doing? Going good, going good. Let's run up this live, guys. Let's squeeze all the orange juice. Get all of the people into the channel. Profit, profit, profit. I'm here to make you money. That is the only reason I'm here. Since I would fail epically at being a paramedic, we're going to be a trader, all right? Don't ever trust me if I'm a paramedic. No, 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 no. How are we looking on Ethereum? Let's take a look at Ethereum. Guys, we are live every single day, doing this every single day. Make sure you guys join the app, guys. It is completely free, 100% free to join. I post trade setups and stuff like that. Ethereum. Well, Ethereum's a bit of a wild card for me just because it is in the downtrend and it is all over the place. But I don't know. Ethereum is probably going to play out this bear pennant because it is in a. I would only be messing with Ethereum at this point when the trend breaks. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting till the cows come home. And here, Ethereum price prepares for upside move. Is the rally to return? See, this is the problem. This is the problem in the market. Everyone thinks we're going to pump. Well, we hit the uptrend resistance. We're overbought in the daily. 18 hours dropping. My wild card is the 4 hour. I don't like going against that 4 hour, and the 4 hour is oversold. So we could get a pump on Ethereum, but as long as we're over in this channel below this previous low at 3,400, I would say we're going to drop. I don't got a clear direction on Ethereum right now because the 4 hour is oversold, but I would definitely say we're going to drop and come down. Let's go, guys. Let's run this up. Another night of money, money, money. I really wish I took that ZEC trade. And then you'll pretty much come back to the bottom here, essentially. Yeah, now we're almost on the top of the 4 hour. So is this a tweezer reversal on the 4 hour candle? It is a tweezer reversal. It's a tweezer reversal body close. Typically, you want the wick to stay the same, but this is a reversal right here. So this should be the highest point before a drop. 92.6 should be the top for today into the next 24 hours. Of course, anything could happen, right? There's manipulation, London and all that. But this should be the top of the market right now. Right. It's weird because we still never back tested the channel. What if we had a fake out all the way? No, we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop. Won't I short what? I'm in a Bitcoin short and I'm in a Tron short. Dr. Evil, how you doing? Shout out to you. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the fam. Welcome to all the new people to our channel. I seriously appreciate you guys. I'm already at a Bitcoin short, guys. I can show you my... There's my trade right there. I'm currently down $68, which is obviously fine. Won't you short this drop? Absolutely. I'm shorting it all day. Absolutely. All day, all day. So now this is going to be the new channel on Bitcoin, believe it or not. It should have been this. Now it is going to be this because the fake out. And then you're probably going to range sideways a bit into the London session. Okay. So for the new people joining, we've got a couple trades lined up. We're in Zcash short. Trying to get everybody dialed in here. There is an inverse head and shoulder in Zcash, but it already broke trend. So we'll see what happens here. And the 15 minutes drop in. So Zcash in this region. Bitcoin and then Tron. Tron's a bit of the safer play. But Tron is absolutely about to roll over. Right? So 4 hour is completely overbought here on Tron. Easy money. Easy money. Most people don't trade Tron. You got to be patient, right? I want to see if Canton broke out yet. Nope. Man, Canton, keep an eye on Canton, guys. Like, it hasn't broken the downtrend channel, but I will say it is looking really, really good for sure. Shout out to all the new people on the live, guys. If you are not signed up for our app, it is completely free. I post trade setups. Come join the community, post setups. BeastLimitless.com, guys. Join it. It's completely free. Post your charts. Come hang out with the community here in the pack chat. And then post your wins. Because I posted a setup on Tron today. JRE707, how you doing? What is my TRX take profit? I'll give you a realistic one, but I'm going to give you another one too. So my realistic take profit on Tron is going to be somewhere around here. But really, all the way down here and even lower. We are just glazing this 800 SMA on Tron. There's like really nothing holding Tron up at this point. I could potentially see a drop on Tron like something like this. Big wicks, big candles. But in the shorter term, I'm looking at the previous low to around 2705 area. All right, guys. So we got 4 minutes, or not 4 minutes. We got 30 minutes left on this 4 hour close. I want to see if I could get a short on Aave too. At this point, I don't want to be greedy. You be greedy in trading, you lose a lot of money. I will say our track record's been amazing for December. I'm not going to say it, but amazing. So Aave pumped to around 207. Now Aave's looking at rolling over, guys. This is going to be another amazing short. I shorted Aave the other day. I'm shorting it again. I'm already in Tron. I think Aave is going to drop a lot quicker than Tron, but The risk to reward will be great. So essentially, if we're looking at Aave here, yeah, the short would be here. Small leverage, 5x, 4x, but you got a massive, massive triple top, double top on Aave. Tweezer reversal body here on Aave too. Right? Like the setup's right here. The way it is, 89, how you doing, brother? Missed 206. That was my entry, but I was shorting Aave here around 200. It kept on popping up to 202, 203. Aave is going to tank though. So that is another trade that I would be watching, guys, is Aave. Aave is money all day, every day. I love trading Aave. It is probably the best trade to trade right now in crypto because it is the most volatile. Shout out to the new people for joining, guys. We got a lot of new fam tonight, last night, the night before. Now we just need Bitcoin to roll over so all these shorts play out. It will. It's going to take Bitcoin a minute, but it definitely will. You're dropping on that 1 hour candle here. Now, what you guys could notice on Bitcoin is you're actually rejecting the 200 SMA, which if you look at the Ichimoku cloud right here, wow, Batman. That is a clear Batman if I've ever seen one. And just so you guys know what a Batman is or a Phantom, if you're new to the channel, it is an arrow down like that. Okay, I don't really got any better time to explain what a Batman is. You could ask the OG fam of the channel here. That is not good. If you're looking at longing crypto, this pattern right here is not good. In the nicest way possible, guys, all right? We're all just trying to make money here at the end of the day, so. Crypto Mind, God bless you as well. Just joined the website, been loving the channel. Yeah, we have a lot of people in the website in our app, guys. It is an app too. You could actually download the app, Mighty Networks, and then click on Beast Limitless. It should, but we're going to get that thing active and popping because a lot of people left for the bear market. Can't really do anything about it. They'll come back when we're bullish. You guys are here in the bear market because we are in a bear market if no one figured it out. So that means you guys will be making the most money when we come out of the bear market. Whenever that is. I remember buying Cello. I just seen Cello. I remembered buying Cello when it was at $4. Wow. I am very, very intrigued to see what is about to happen to crypto. This is absolutely crazy. Daily is overbought at support. There is nothing left on Cello. Already chased this wick. That is like a money short to the ground. You're just, I don't know. It breaks here. It's just going to keep on dumping. Let's look at bonk, guys. 1,000 bonk. I know we've been talking about this a couple of days. It is not ready yet. It is almost ready, but not ready. If you want to know the most profitable trade in 2026, I got it for you right here. I got it for you right here, bonk, okay? Bonk is going to go catch this wick, and it is going to be massive profit. It's so overbought in the daily. We're just really waiting for the drop, okay? And if it breaks out, it breaks out. The trade is invalid. But at the moment, with how overbought we are, Bitcoin on the daily, all of that jazz, bonk is going to be an insane, insane short once it breaks the support. It could pump up to here and then continue back down. Do not short this unless it breaks that trend. And not only are you looking for the trend break, you're looking for the back test, and then you're looking for the continuation to the downside. Yeah, that was a long, long time ago, Tim, like 5 years ago. How long have we been doing this for? A minute, right? So Bitcoin is really just ranging right now, not really doing anything at the moment. There's an inverse head and shoulder. I don't see it playing out. It looks like they're trying to fake out the market. We'll see what happens. If we break out of that, there's a possibility. But again, this 1 hour is so overbought. And the 4 hour is almost at the top. So typically when you see a bullish pattern on a trend break, it isn't a bullish pattern. But you got to be cautious of everything, and then we got to set our stop losses. Low leverage, guys, in this market. I only do 5x, except on Bitcoin I do 10. Everything else I do 5x, no higher. Let's take a look at Total 3 here. Total 3 is our altcoin dominance, essentially. Man, I've drawn a lot of mark. So I'm redrawing the channel on Total 3 because I want to line up my 2 wicks right here. There should be sound. Is there sound? There should be. Yeah, so we see Total 3 kind of wicked off this area right here. We got resistance. I'm redrawing my channel than I did the previous night. And you could kind of see Total 3 is going sideways and not really doing anything, essentially in a bearish flag. So the market is setting up for something, guys. Setting up for something. Total 3 is below the 800 SMA. Yeah, shout out to everybody liking the live, guys. I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you for taking the time out of your day with your families, kids, wives, husbands. Appreciate you. This is essentially what you're looking at on Total 3. Bounce. And a rollover. And it will happen. The daily, the 18 hours overbought. The daily is very, very overbought. It is the 12/12 activation day tomorrow. It doesn't matter if you or I believe in it. It matters if billionaires and millionaires believe in it. And basically what the 12/12 activation day is essentially a day about money, balance, all of this other stuff. Keep an eye on it, guys, because December 12/12 does mean something for some people across the world, all right? So I do like to mention it because it is usually a money activation day. Now, what does that mean? Money activation day for shorts or money activation day for longs? Untold Wings 9198, welcome to the channel, fam. Appreciate you. Yeah, so let's see. We're just going to range here for a bit. Obviously, we got an inverse head and shoulder on Bitcoin right now, but we broke the trend. So I want to see how this 1 hour candle closed. A lot of it inverse head and shoulders when we broke trend, they haven't played out. But remember what I said, guys. Bitcoin never retraced the channel. It shouldn't break out here, but there is a possibility we could wick up to 93 and back down. It shouldn't, based on the fact that we've already broken this channel, rising pattern, and then dropped. But anything could happen. It is crypto, right? We wouldn't be protecting our capital if we didn't look at the worst case scenario and the best case scenario as well. Yeah, so Aave is hanging out at the top here in a little bit of a rounded top. So you're going to get some consolidation here in Aave. You're really waiting for that 4 hour to become overbought. Once that 4 hours overbought, I would expect a little reversal. Now keep in mind, Tokyo is in really a range, so to speak. So I would keep an eye on that. But I don't think that inverse head and shoulder is going to hold weight. It might to about 92.6. If we look at our order blocks here on Bitcoin, I could see one more wick to 92.7 if it wanted to play games, if the market really wanted to play games with us. So make sure you guys manage your leverage. But we are, yeah, I can see a wick to 92.7 possibly. That doesn't mean get out of your Bitcoin trade, guys. That just means it is an idea. You need to break out this area right here too, right? But now we've got a 1 minute head and shoulder. So we've got a 1 minute head and shoulder with a higher time frame, smaller, higher time frame, inverse head and shoulder. Smash that like button, guys. Welcome to the live. Shout out to all the new people tonight. I want to see if that 1 minute head shoulder plays out before this actual inverse. Because now we're on a downtrend. But I don't like how that 5 minute is very, very oversold. I want that 5 minute to be overbought in the downtrend. If we get the 5 minute overbought in the downtrend, I'll feel a lot safer. Not that it's going to do anything because we already broke trends, so that might be a fake out. Okay, guys, so Turbo. We've been playing Turbo in our community for quite some time. And now Turbo is in a downtrend here on the 4 hour. If Turbo can try to hit this area right here, there could be a very profitable short here coming up on Turbo. Very profitable short. So what I would be doing is, guys, I would set an alert on Turbo right here. I would keep this high right here. I'd be looking for a short in this area, possibly, or break of trend right here. Try to get the highest and go low leverage short on Turbo. Non-financially advice, of course, but it is completely overbought and you're in a massive downtrend. Any trades on Bitcoin yet? Yep, I'm going to short myself. Krimica157, how you doing? I'm going to short myself, but I would wait for that 5 minute to be oversold. Overbought. That 5 minute is very, very overbought at the moment. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, guys. Let's run it up. So the question is the shorter term time frame or the lower term time frame going to play out? This market is very, very quiet. It is very quiet. There is not a lot happening in this market. If you guys would have bought midnight last night, you would have made money off that shorting it. What is LUNC doing? Did it dump yet? Luna Classic is dumping hard. It is still on an uptrend, so I'd be cautious. But Luna Classic is coming down like bricks. Boom, boom, broke the trend. I definitely wouldn't be shorting it with the 15 oversold. But if it breaks right here and rolls over, Luna Classic is going to be a beautiful short. All right, guys, so we got 10 minutes left on this 4-hour close here. We are kind of just waiting in limbo. I believe ZEC also had a inverse head and shoulder here. Looks like the inverse is not playing out, but anything could happen. Can you short Solana? Non-financial advice, make sure you do your own research. I can't tell you what to exactly trade, but I could give you an idea. Yeah, Solana wouldn't be a bad short. It did definitely, technically it did break that uptrend. It would be a good short on Solana for sure in around this region. If Sol breaks this area right here, then you know it could come up. But not a bad short on Sol for sure. It is completely overbought, and we're kind of just waiting to see what Bitcoin does. The whole market is in limbo for Bitcoin at the moment, guys. Absolutely in limbo. Tron is getting ready for sure. Tron is absolutely getting ready here to roll over after this 4-hour candle, hopefully. All right, guys, so we are going to end the live off there. Pretty simple. If Bitcoin breaks out of this resistance at 92.6, we are going to pump to around 93-ish. If not, and it keeps on playing the downtrend, we pretty much are going to drop back down to 89 or lower. And then Bitcoin is completely overbought. Make sure you guys join the app. It is 100% free, beastlimitless.com. Okay, I gave you guys the roadmap of the market. We got Tron, we got ZEC, we got Bitcoin, we got Aave even. Post your wins, guys, in the wins section when I'm calling trades, okay? It helps get everybody fired up. Okay, and then come talk in the pack chat and come post some charts like GP, absolutely crushing it. This man is working overtime for you guys, okay? Been a member of our community for a while, so shout out to you, GP. And we will be back, guys, around 8 a.m. till 8:30 a.m. I'm either going to start between 8 or 8:30 area, okay? So we will see what happens. I've given you guys kind of the lowdown. I can see Bitcoin ranging a bit. And then a drop. Looking for a BTC pump to 96K if it breaks. Yeah, so if this breaks, you're looking at Well, keep in mind the channel already broke on Bitcoin, right? So even if this wicked up to, I don't know, let's say 93, this channel already broke. So any buyer momentum right now is honestly going to be false momentum. The big money was right here when it was on an uptrend. But yeah, Bitcoin could absolutely wick if we do break that area. This is looking more like accumulation to me. However, this is probably going to be manipulation because the first candle was a wick right here. So that would be normally manipulation for Tokyo. And then we could look at London as accumulation, and then probably New York as distribution, which means the dump is probably coming. We'll see, right? London starts in a few hours, guys. Make sure you set your take profit, your stop losses during the London session. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning and then tomorrow night again between 8 and 8. Remember, it is the 12/12 activation day for a lot of people. So keep in mind there might be some games being played. Hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you in the app, and let's keep on making money, guys.